In a shocking revelation, an audio conversation between MHA bureaucrat B.K. Prasad and a witness in the missing Ishrat file has now come to light. B.K. Prasad, who headed the panel probing the missing files, can be heard manipulating the witness's answers. The man in the midst of the storm, B.K. Prasad, claims that there was no evidence whatsoever of the witness being tutored in that particular conversation. Prasad has maintained that a free and fair inquiry had been conducted, which is proven by his report. And speaking of the witness, Ashok Kumar, meanwhile, has confirmed to India today that the conversation between B.K. Prasad and himself indeed happened, but the witness claims that he was not under any duress or pressure. But the former Home Minister P. Chidambaram, meanwhile, has defended himself and his government, issuing a detailed statement. Chidambaram said that a doctored report cannot hide the real truth and the issue that whether Ishrat Jahan was killed in a genuine or a fake encounter. Meanwhile, MOS Home Kiran Rijiju has taken on Chidambaram while confirming that a probe was on into the missing files. He even questioned the intent behind declaring Ishrat Jahan innocent. As more and more skeletons continue to tumble out in the Bihar topper scam, India Today has found that Bachcha Rai used to run 10 colleges and 4 schools in Vaishali district alone, but it was all on paper. And after India Today exposed the marks for money scam, the Bihar School Examination Board has set up a 3-member high-level committee to take strict action. Bihar Education Minister has also promised action. A 9-member fact-finding team of the BJP visited Kairana. The BJP delegation faced the wrath of a section of locals. Raising slogans against these BJP leaders, the locals protested against their presence in the area. Vegetable prices are burning a hole in the common man's pocket across the nation, with tomatoes touching 100 rupees per kilo in some metros. Government has now convened an emergency meeting to tackle the crisis. A terrorist and a soldier were killed and 4 army jawans were also injured in Jammu and Kashmir. The gun battle started after jawans challenged the terrorists at the line of control in Kupwara. Meanwhile, in Shopian, 2 grenade blasts left 3 civilians injured. CCTV footage has emerged in which a terrorist is spotted hurling a grenade at a police station in Shopian. Jammu and Kashmir police team are trying to identify this terrorist, but the second grenade had gone off at Batpora Chowk. In just 3 days from now, India does make history with the Indian Air Force all set to get its first women fighter pilots. These 3 young ladies who will fly fighter jets along with their male colleagues. Enforcement Directorate has filed a fresh charge sheet in its investigation into the Augusta Westland chopper deal. The charge sheet has been filed against middleman Christian Michel, along with his shell company and its directors R.K. Anand and J.B. Subramanian. A Metropolitan Magistrate Court in Mumbai has summoned filmmaker Ramgopal Verma on a complaint that has been filed against him for allegedly poking fun at Lord Ganesha on Twitter. In a horrific incident, residents of a village in Tamil Nadu allegedly burnt alive several dogs as they were creating nuisance by attacking cattle and other animals. About 75 dogs were reportedly set on fire after they were sedated. An Odisha-based industrialist's wife has accused her husband of wife swapping. The woman in her complaint to the police said that she was beaten up when she in fact refused her husband's proposal for wife swapping while they were at Port Blair. In a span of just 1 hour, Assam's Guwahati witnessed a flash flood situation due to heavy showers. Various parts of the city were completely submerged in water, leading to massive traffic jams. In fact, the IMD has warned of heavy rainfall in Uttarakhand. The department says heavy rainfall is likely to lash at isolated places across the state, especially in Uttarkashi, Tehri, Dehradun, Almora, Nainital, Champawat and Pithoradgarh districts. Still, there seems to be no end to rash driving in our country. In Gujarat, Surat, a speeding car hit an 8-year-old boy who was out with his mother. This freak incident was caught on CCTV. An army man who went missing 7 years ago after his vehicle met with an accident has returned. His family believed that he died and the army then issued a pension to his family. But interestingly, this Jawan lost his memory in that mishap and regained his memory when he met with another accident recently. Just a day before its scheduled theatrical release on Friday, Urta Punjab has been leaked online. Film's director Abhishek Chaubey has given a written request to the police to look into the entire matter, following which an FIR was also lodged. Sources say that the copy has given to the censor board for approval has got leaked online. Some top film personalities have not ruled out that the film got leaked due to carelessness of the censor. The new civil aviation policy cleared by the Union Cabinet has arrived with some more positives for the people, from reducing air ticket fares to bringing in some relief to jobless commercial pilots as well. Now, the earlier proposal 2% cess that was applicable on all regional flights has also been scrapped. Excess baggage fees has been cut from the current 300 rupees per extra kg to 100 per extra kg. This will still be applicable on luggage over 15 kg and up to 20 kgs. Senior Congress leader Kamal Nath has stepped down from the post of the General Secretary in charge for the upcoming polls in Punjab following a controversy over his alleged role in the 1984 Sikh riots. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia says that the Union Finance Minister praised his government's proposed bus aggregator service, and many other states too had shown interest to adopt a similar scheme. After Gopal Rai was questioned about that particular scheme by the anti-corruption branch, India Today has exclusively accessed the initial investigation report that has been prepared by the Anti-Corruption Bureau, and it points to at least 11 glaring violations. Fresh from the disqualification row, more trouble now comes in for three Aam Aadmi Party ministers, as the NDMC Vice Chairman Karan Singh Tanwar is all set to file a defamation case against them. The Aam Aadmi Party had attacked Tanwar after the murder of the NDMC legal officer MM Khan. Robbers barged into a mobile store and stole gadgets worth lakhs of rupees. This entire theft, in fact, has been caught on CCTV, and the footage shows robbers breaking the shutter and looting the shops. An ABVP delegation has submitted a memorandum to the Delhi Police Commissioner Alok Kumar Verma demanding action against those involved in shouting anti-national slogans on the JNU campus on February 9th. Land grab controversies continue to haunt the Maharashtra Chief Minister after Eknath Khadse, now another BJP minister, finds himself in a controversy. Girish Mahajan is accused of not mentioning a 4.97-acre piece of land under his name in an election affidavit. The government has filed a case against noted Ayurvedic practitioner Balaji Tambe for violating the law after he allegedly prescribed the chanting of certain mantras to get a male child in a popular book authored by him. Emails exchanged between Virendra Tavre and absconding accused Saranga Klodkar reveal that the code word was used to procure a gun to kill Narendra Dabolkar. Meanwhile, the cops have got Tavre's custody. CBI is also planning to seek the court's permission to subject arrested Sanatan Sanstha member Virendra Singh Tavre to narco analysis and brain mapping tests, as he is believed to be not cooperating with the investigators. Bombay High Court has asked the mother of actress Jia Khan to file within 2 weeks a rejoinder in response to a CBI affidavit in the case. Jia's mother is seeking a probe by the SIT into her daughter's death. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu has decided to acquire 10 UAVs to aid cops in surveillance. In fact, these drones will be used especially for crime and crowd control, and also will be used for monitoring protests and traffic. Andhra Pradesh government is also planning to introduce air ambulances to facilitate rapid transport of harvested organs in the organ transplantation procedures. In fact, the government is still in touch with companies to work out the final modalities in public-private partnership mode. Telangana government has decided to hold iftar parties across the state. The Chief Minister has also directed the government officials to distribute new clothes to 2 lakh poor Muslim families as part of the Ramzan celebrations. Hyderabad has achieved another feat in IT exports. The city's growth in IT and IT-enabled services exports was higher than the national average of 12.3%. The city also created nearly 35,611 new jobs in this sector during last year. An independent trust which manages the Tirumala Venkateshwara temple has earned 5.71 crore rupees just by auctioning human hair. Now the trust board says that the auction was held in April this year. A newly elected Zilla Parishad member of the BJP in Dharwad district was hacked to death. Cops say attackers stormed into the gymnasium and attacked him with a weapon. Rivalry between the BJP factions is now being investigated. A member of the Bengaluru Municipal Corporation Standing Committee was stuck in his newly installed office lift on Wednesday. The councillor got stuck for more than an hour while desperate efforts were going on to open the lift. He was later given first aid. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has stirred up yet another controversy, saying that the dam over the Mekidatu River will be built. Now, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has submitted a memo to the Prime Minister asking that the construction be halted. A Jet Airways flight had to make an emergency landing after cabin crew detected a snag. Passengers on the flight, which was on its way to Mangalore, were evacuated and shifted to safety. After Karnataka government accepted the resignation of DSP Anupama Shenoy, another resignation letter has also been leaked that was purportedly written by her and was rejected by the Bellary SP. DMK lawmakers held a meeting to discuss the issues to be taken up in the upcoming sessions of the Tamil Nadu Assembly. DMK says that the party will engage in constructive debate after the governor's speech. DMK leader Kairana has called the Chief Minister Jayalalitha's 29-point demands to the Prime Minister, quote-unquote, old wine in a new bottle. The DMK chief says that the new Chief Minister has made most of these demands to the Prime Minister in the last few years as well. Vaiko has lost one more close aide. Vellacheri Manimaram, MDMK's South Chennai secretary and Vaiko's most trusted hand, has quit the party and has joined the DMK in the presence of MK Stalin. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha has sought a review of certain provisions in the Memorandum of Understanding on Metro Rail. Jayalalitha has objected to a clause which requires the state to bear the cost of land and relief and rehabilitation costs, including escalation. Tamanna Bhatia will be essaying the role of an actress in the upcoming trilingual horror comedy Devil. The film also stars Prabhudeva and Sonu Sood. A man was injured as a bomb ripped through Kollam Collectorate premises just outside the district court. The bomb kept inside a steel vessel was found under a jeep. 8 teams have been formed to investigate this blast. Police have pointed out at a security lapse at the Kollam Electorate after the explosion as the CCTV camera on the premises were non-functional. The explosion is said to have been planned and police have found timers and batteries as well. A man who was marooned on a vessel in the capital now waits clearance and salary dues from his employer. The man, who is the chief engineer of the vessel, has now moved court. A vigilance team has sought permission for recording a statement of the High Court judge who was offered a bribe. Justice K.T. Shankar has revealed that he was offered bribe in a smuggling case and thus withdrew from hearing. Malayalis now have an anthem, a video titled I Am a Mallu, viewed by around 2.5 lakh people after it was uploaded. This video describes a typical Keralite, their love for beef, actors Mohanlal, Nivin Pauly, and their love for fish and rice. A robbery at a gas distributor's office in Howrah was caught on camera. In the footage, 3 men armed with a gun entered the office and held the guards at gunpoint and ransacked the entire office. The attackers then stole a bike. A girl student was seriously injured in an acid attack while she was returning from college. Bite-borne youths attacked the girl, who is now hospitalized, and the condition also remains rather critical. Clashes erupted in Bardhaman after CPM worker's death. The left worker was severely beaten up, allegedly by TMC men. 4 women were allegedly molested by 3 bikers in Nadia district. The women were travelling when 3 bikers stopped their auto and molested them. They later thrashed the drivers. Now the police are hunting for the culprits. Government has launched an e-service to connect the panchayats with the power centre. The service promises to bridge the gap between the urban and the rural centres. In the wake of Sunday's shooting massacre in Orlando, House Democrats blasted Congress on inaction on gun safety, demanding that Republicans pass legislation that would bar people on the no-fly list from buying guns. Florida Mayor, meanwhile, said that $2.5 million had been pledged to the One Orlando Fund to help the victims. He says autopsies had been completed on the 49 who were killed, and the city has offered family plots in its Greenwood cemetery. A teenage girl was also killed and 3 others were injured in a shooting incident in Oakland, where the police say that the shooting took place just near the place where a vigil was being held for 2 teenagers who had died in a swimming accident. US-backed forces waging an offensive against the Islamic State-held city of Manbij in northern Syria have appealed for international assistance for those fleeing the fight as forces tighten their encirclement of the city. Iraqi forces have also made further progress in their advance against Islamic State forces near Fallujah, which is the stronghold of the ISIS terrorists. The army says that they had liberated the adjacent villages as well. Trouble flared briefly in France as 2 groups of rival fans punched and kicked one another on a riverside street. The mobsters were pepper sprayed by the police. China has warned the U.S. against upsetting stability in South China Sea region. This after the U.S. Navy's Third Fleet announced that it will send more ships to East Asia. The governor in Tokyo plans to submit his resignation after coming under fire for inappropriate use of tax money. This includes spending on family trips and artwork. He would be the second governor to quit. Israel has approved the construction of residential building for settlers in East Jerusalem. Hoping to cement Israel's claim on all of Jerusalem, far-right Jews have been paying top dollars for properties in that particular area. Pakistan has accused Afghanistan of firing across the border, prompting Pakistani troops to retaliate. The Pakistani military says their forces fired heavy artillery at the Afghanistan forces at their main Khyber Pass border crossing. Officials in Florida say that they have recovered the body of a young boy who was taken underwater by an alligator. Efforts were launched to rescue the boy, but to no avail. Later, rescuers focused on recovering his body. And 180-day human survival experiment within a metric module to test technologies for future planet explorations will be launched in China. 4 people will realize self-sufficiency of fundamental survival elements including oxygen, water and food in a sealed module during the half-year test. SpaceX launched a pair of communication satellites into orbit on its Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. SpaceX will attempt to land the first stage of the rocket on a ship in the Atlantic Ocean. Oscar Pistorius will be sentenced for the murder of his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, on the 6th of July. In fact, the Paralympic gold medalist known as the Blade Runner faces a minimum of 15 years in jail. Prince William will be appearing on the July cover of Attitude, speaking out against homophobia. In fact, this is the first time a British royal has been photographed for the front cover of a gay publication. Hollywood superstar Robert De Niro congratulated Anupam Kher on doing his 500th film, The Big Sick. Anupam Kher and De Niro worked together in the 2012 American film Silver Linings Playbook. British singer Elton John hit out at a security guard who tried to stop people from dancing at his concert. The 69-year-old was performing at the county cricket ground that had about 17,000 of his fans attending it. Reality TV star Khloe Kardashian considers herself to be an absolute loner. In fact, the 31-year-old has been living alone since her marriage to basketball player Lamar Odom collapsed and her brother Rob started a family. Singer Christina Grimmie will be laid to rest this week in a private funeral attended by her family and close friends in New Jersey. One Direction star Harry Styles is reportedly set to play legendary English singer Mick Jagger in a film about the rock band the Rolling Stones' 1972 album Exile on Main Street. In a bid to curb self-injury and suicide episodes globally, social networking giant Facebook has now updated its suicide prevention tools, which are now available to all 1.65 billion active users, including India. Reports also say Twitter has invested about $70 million in Berlin-based music service SoundCloud. 2 years ago, Twitter thought about buying SoundCloud, but ended up walking away from the music service. Meanwhile, India's plan to be a major player in semiconductors has not really received a good response. Analysts say that the wobbly infrastructure, unstable power supply, bureaucratic red tape and poor planning has led to a dismal response. Taiwan-based computer hardware company ASUS has launched 2 new notebooks, which is the first in this price range. The notebooks are priced at $20,990 and $43,990. After bugging smartphones and other devices, a mobile lock screen ransomware is now threatening Android-powered smart TVs. Ransomware is a type of malware that makes computer unusable and demands a ransom.